Lauren, you've been waiting for a while. Lauren, talk to us.
Hi,
How
how
are
are
you? Where
you?
you
Hello.
from? Where you from, Lauren?
I'm from Harlem.
Harlem in the house.
Yep. I just joined
Hmm.
your Trapper group too, so happy to be on. Thanks for having me.
Dope.
Right.
Dope. I
Um,
love it.
so I'm green. I'm new to this whole world of investing. I'm a recent grad, so I'm working on building up
Congrats.
credit. But I'm hearing a lot of different things about how to take advantage of what's going on now. This is like a question for the both of y'all because y'all might have different views on it. Um, I'm hearing some people saying that like consider taking out like loans, like a personal loan or something, and parking some money in the stock market or putting down on like a investment property. What are your opinions about taking out personal loans to take advantage of what's going on now?
Go ahead, Trap.
You want me to go or Matt to go?
Uh, I guess I don't know. Trapper could go first. I don't know.
All right. So I told my people this, and I'm gonna be real with you. Nothing against real estate or nothing. I don't think this is the time purchases. It's just me. Because, and it's just me. Again, Matt may have another game plan. That's the great thing about everybody seeing something different.
Right.
I feel that even though fair rates are at zero, we got to ask ourselves this question. You take the money, again, Matt may have something completely different, and that's my brother, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's the real estate guy. If you take out a personal loan and get some real estate, yes, the interest rate is at zero. But here's the obstacle you run into. You get that investment property, right?
Mm-hmm.
People aren't going to be working for a while. Who's going to pay the rent?
Right.
You're going to be stuck with that mortgage until the economy shakes back. Again, Matt may have something else to say. I don't know. But for me, I wouldn't go take a personal loan out to get a piece of rental property right now just because the mortgage rates are at zero. Now, a great play that you may be able to do is go get you a line of credit that where you can have something that's liquid for you. That's different than a personal loan. A line of credit and a personal loan are two different things. You can get you a line of credit, then you may be able to shake something. As far as taking out money from a personal loan and put into the stock market, that's always a negative for me. Always a negative. I will never, ever amen that. So that's what I have to say about it. I love to hear what Matt had to say.
I think you should always buy real estate no matter what the market is, personally.
It is.
Good, bad, ugly, it doesn't matter. People always need a place to stay.
Agreed.
I think that's when you have to do your due diligence, and that's when you have to either A, be airtight and be a great property manager yourself, or B, you hire a very experienced property manager to do your due diligence when having a tenant. I think if you have a tenant that's working in, like, we're talking stocks, right? We're talking different companies, and you're doing research on companies. So you see all the industries that's really being heavily affected right now: airlines, travel, hospitality, entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't congregate. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you have a tenant that works in those type of sectors, then yes, you have a strong possibility that your tenant may not be able to upkeep that rent for
100%.
you. But I think if you're working with tenants that are government-based, military,
makes sense. Yes.
Healthcare professionals, banking professionals, people who have stronger jobs, so to speak, then I don't think you're going to have a problem with,
makes sense.
with buying rental properties right now. Correct, Trapper. Mortgage rates are not 0%. That's the Fed funds rates.
Yeah, I was saying interest. Okay, yeah.
Mortgage rates are like in that high threes, low fours right now, which were they just a week ago. You guys heard me. I was locking in things below 3% in just a week. We're close to 4%. I mean, below 3%. And now we're close to 4%. And some banks are a little bit higher than 4% right now. So that just shows you, everybody who's listening to this and watching this, how fast it changes. It was all good just a week ago in my Jay-Z voice. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely encourage, but with that being said, a 4% 30-year mortgage, even a 5% 30-year mortgage.
I say that ain't bad, huh?
It's still a great interest rate.
Yeah, I'm about to say that ain't bad. Yeah.
It's still low. You can still get cash on cash return, and that's what you really want to pay attention to is what's your cash on cash return, what's your overall ROIs. So you got to know your real estate formulas to make a wise decision. Now, what I would tell everybody who's looking to purchase a property right now, and I hope everyone is listening to me right now, we are in a what you call it, a bear market, right? Everything is going down, stock is going crazy. So at some point, real estate is going to trickle somewhere behind it, right? We got to pay attention to this. People start losing jobs. If they own homes, they can't pay their mortgages. Then what they're going to do? They're going to either foreclose, short sales, and at some point, home prices are going to start to depreciate too. So right now, it's more important than ever to buy undervalued real estate. Do not go out here and buy top of the retail market right now. New construction homes, new construction condos. If you're buying a flip from an investor, those assets right there are going to be the first to be upside down. It may look cute and shiny. It may have the marble floors or whatever the hell you like, but understand that those are the first pieces of assets in the real estate space that will be undervalued because you're buying at the top of the market, because those investors, those developers, they want their money. And a sucker is born every day. You know what I'm saying? So if you are buying those type of assets, those type of real estate plays, then yes, you could be making a decision to set you up for failure. You have to, I've been preaching this for freaking 3 years on my Instagram account before any of you guys know me. The first time home buyer needs to start thinking like the investor, period, point blank. You need to start looking at the undervalued homes. You need to start looking at the house that got pink bathrooms and wood floors and the ugly roof. You need to start looking at that because those are the prices. And think about the people who own that homes may be losing their jobs and stuff too. So now you can go in there and make a better deal, get a rehab loan while money is still cheap, fix it up in all one loan. And now you going in there with a certain percentage of equity. So let's just say you buy something like that and the market goes down 10%, 15%, but you bought the house and after rehab, you had 25% equity. So you only really lost 10%, so you still got 15% equity. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Lauren and whoever's watching this live with us or who's going to watch this in the future, undervalued assets is what you need to purchase. Just like the stock game. You don't want to buy them when they sky high. You want to buy them right now in the peak. And when there's blood in the streets, this is when people get rich.
When they panic, we eat.
When they panic, we eat. Because I can tell you one thing, I am not panicking. And I tell everybody this. The only time I'm going to start panicking is when I see banks imploding. Because if I start seeing banks imploding like it was in the Wild Cowboy days, then buckle up.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. Because we in for a ride.
That's a fact, bro.
But I've been through this already. So for me, it's like, okay, great. You know what I'm saying?
This is what we doing.
But for everyone else, who this is your first time going through something like this, you need to buckle the hell up. You need to stop looking at these overvalued properties and start thinking like an investor ASAP, or you're going to lose money, period, point blank. I don't care if you're buying your primary residence. I don't care if you're buying an investment property. Take the emotions out of your vocabulary. This is business. Be a CEO of your business and think like a boss and boss up. Everybody a boss. Everybody's a boss until it's time to be a boss.
Time to be a boss.
So it's time to boss up, everyone.
Side note, this is why I stick to stocks, man. That's why I told y'all the question from Matt. You hear me?
Well, let me answer your question. Would I do a personal loan? Hell no.
Facts. I knew that much.
Hell no. Hell no, because you still got to pay that debt back. And that debt on the personal loan probably going to be 15%, 20% interest.
Right. Can y'all took a lot of time to answer my question, and I appreciate that. Can I ask
What
one
you trying to say?
question?
We running our mouth here?
Move on to the next person. I don't want to monopolize your time.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, you good, Queen.
So what do you have? So what suggestions do you have for someone who's like, like I said, like I'm a recent college grad. I don't have that much money. So how could I take advantage of what's going on right now?
That's a vague question. You take advantage of it by learning, educating yourself on how to invest and start investing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think what happens is in this market and what's going on, people know this. And my phone been ringing like crazy for 3 or 4 days. People who ain't never called me before in years, they called me Trap. Free, what do I do with? I'm like, nah, get out my phone. You know what I'm saying? What happens is we know there's an opportunity here, right? People know that there's an opportunity here. And what they don't want to do, everybody wants to invest, but nobody wants to educate themselves on how to invest. And that's the biggest flaw. That's what kills you the most. Because now even if I say, yeah, this is how you take advantage of the opportunity. You go buy this stock, you go buy this stock, you buy this stock, right? Even if you buy those stocks, that's not saying that the market is still not going to go down more. So because you didn't educate yourself on how to properly invest, you panic and then you do something that you shouldn't have done, right? The reason why people panic, and I'm gonna just be real with you, the reason why people panic and get confused is because they don't have enough knowledge, right? Prime example, Floyd Mayweather was fighting Shane Mosley. Boom, Shane hit Floyd with a lick and it shook him. The whole world thought Floyd was about to go down, but because he had the experience, he didn't panic. From that round on, Shane didn't win a round. It's because of the experience that he had told him what to do in that situation. Hold on to him until I get my feet up under me. Once I get my feet up under me, I'm good. Go back to my corner, reassess what happened. Okay, I need to stay away from the right hand. He's stronger than what I thought he was. This is how I move forward. Same thing with the stock market. Same thing with investing, right? Boom, you get hit with a punch. You go back, you reevaluate. Because you've educated yourself, you done took your feelings off your sleeve, and now you're letting your knowledge guide you. So how do you take advantage of these times right here? And go overboard on educating yourself on what needs to be done. And so now you get, because I can promise you, and I'm gonna be real with you, this is only the beginning.
Love it.
Great. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time and your answers. I appreciate it.
No
Appreciate
problem.
you, Queen.
Let me know if you have any more questions, Lauren, okay?
Okay, thank you. We'll do.